Shalom, family. Good to see everybody here. Yeah, I had some Hamites show up in my comment section. I guess they think they're hurting my feelings. And you motherfuckers couldn't hurt me on my worst day. Don't worry about it. And then some guy on my Cincinnati video told me it was not Russia. It was not Russia. It was FBA that did it. FBA did it. Get your ass out of here. First of all, I don't call myself FBA, so you you can miss me with all of that. So don't waste your time with a idiot. And you bald-headed Hamite women, stop showing up in my damn comment section because I don't give a shit about what any of you got to say. I don't no, look, you call yourself whatever you want. I don't have no issue with the term FBA. I just don't refer to myself as FBA. So you using it, that does not bother me. But what he was trying to say was it wasn't the Russians that started the fight in Cincinnati, it was FBA. Get your ham smelling ass out of here and don't come back. I blocked you, by the way. So anyway, and again, my moderators, when you see stuff like that in the comment section, just get rid of these Hamites. Get them all out of here. You have the ability to remove their comments and just get rid of them altogether. All right, y'all. Let me get started. So, this is just more videos by request. I had people email and they wanted to see more of these videos, and I have more, and these all different people, different salons. And I got more, but I'm gonna hold off on that. I got some on women showing their hair got damaged after going to these African shops. Some of these women lost their edges, some developed bald spots in their scalp, their hair just completely coming out. When they took the braids out, their hair came out. And that's because it's braided too tight. We know why. And yeah, and some women said their scalps were bleeding after getting braids put in. So I will schedule that one for another time. I was still focusing on people's experience in these braid shops. And I got one at the end where somebody was in an African market and the police was an African man. And I want y'all to hear how he was talking to this brother up in the store. It was a brother in the store, shopping. And I've heard the same thing about these African markets. When you go in there, they're really rude to the customers. And I actually saw 2 videos. One woman was shopping in an Asian market. She said, "I would prefer to shop in an African market, but I done got into too many arguments with the people that work in the African market, so she won't go shop for her food there no more." And this man, he was in an African market and the police was yelling at him to get out, get out. And I was like, okay, but he was using some cuss words up in there. So you'll see that. But look, y'all, the bottom line is I did not realize these folks were this bad in customer service. And like I said, I looked at another video. It was a woman in Ghana. She was Ghanaian, and she went into a shop to get her hair done, and she got shoved around in the shop because she was not satisfied with the way her braids came out. And y'all, when these women are not lying when they tell you their braids did not come out right, the braids are uneven, the parts are all crooked, and they're not lying to you. They are actually telling you the truth when they say their braid job was bad. They're not lying about it because I've looked at some of what they have showed on video. And no, I mean, you wouldn't think those were professionals the way the braids were done. It does not look professional at all on some of the women that went in there. So Y'all, let's sit back. I got some more to show you. Let me get my screen together here so I can share my screen with you. Right? Let me share my screen. And y'all, it's not just here in the US. I came across a couple of videos from women up in Canada that went to these braid shops and had the same exact experience that they had here in the US. Said it was horrible. You should be making the environment comfortable for your customers. I don't know why y'all not doing that. It makes no sense. All right, y'all, let's get started. Give me a 1 if you can see my screen. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Now, I had to, enhance the voice because on some of the videos, it was low, and I think I know why. I think some of these women, when they recorded their video, they used the mic on their computer and not a separate mic, so it came out kinda soft. So I did try to enhance it so you can hear it a lot better. Some of them did come out better and some just didn't, so it's not very much I can do about that. Alright, here we go.
Okay, so I'm gonna need all my girls who told me to go to the African braiding shop to get these knotless to come on in here and have a seat because y'all lied to me. Y'all lied or I just got bad luck because I had the worst experience of my life of ever getting my hair done at the African braiding shop and I will never go back. And see, I just feel like God just continues to make an example out of me because he always shows me that I can't do what y'all do. I can't do what everybody do. Because how come I go on TikTok and I see everybody getting these braids and they're having the most wonderful experience and oh my God, wonderful story times. And then it's just me who don't. Okay. So I need to stick with what I know and I'm not going back. And see what's got me down to my last nerve is that people talking about something. But the braids are so cute. I don't care if they're cute, baby. This is not what I asked for. Okay? Don't piss me off. And not only this is not what I asked for, the experience was disgustingly horrible. Okay? Don't piss me off.
So y'all, let me tell you quickly about this experience that I had with this African braiding salon in Orlando, Florida. So while looking on social media, I came across this profile with some nice braids. So I DM the individual asking for pricing information and availability to get an appointment to get my hair braided. She tells me to call her, so I call her, explain, hey, I want medium to large knotless braids, just going to mid back. I don't really want them long. She tells me, oh, the starting price for that is 130 to 180. I was like, okay. She explained that she gives a range because she wants to see your hair before she gives you the final price. So I'm like, okay, that's no problem. She then tells me there's a $50 deposit that will go towards the styling as well. And then it needs to be paid in order to book the appointment. So right then and there, while we're still on the call, I paid the $50 deposit and I booked my appointment. So here we go. Fast forward to Saturday, the day of the appointment. My appointment was Saturday at 10 a.m. She gave me a call at 9:15 asking me if I can come a little bit later because she had overslept from working late the night before. Told her no problem. I can be there later. She gave me 10:30. Only 30 minutes. I said I'll be there. So 10:30, I get there. When I walk in, there's another client sitting in the chair. She's sitting there, and so she tells me to sit in the chair. She compliments my hair, the thickness and the length of my hair, and basically asks me what I wanted again. So I tell her I want medium knotless braids and whatever. So at that point, I was confused. I didn't see any other braiders, and there's two clients with one braider. I was a bit lost by it. Now, although I was kind of lost on how it's two clients and one braider, again, I didn't ring an alarm or anything like that. I figured more people would come out of the back. Now here we go. She keep asking me, well, what you want? What you want? And I tell her, I just want medium to large, knotless, mid back. That's it. That's what I expected for $250 at most. This lady tells me for your hair, it's gonna be $550. I was like, what? There's nowhere close to the range that you gave me on the phone. She was like, that's why I give a range because I want to make sure I see the hair first. I was like, I get it. I completely understand it. And baby, I respect that. But $130 to $180 is so far off from $550, it don't even make sense. Now, mind you, before you get to talking about money. It wasn't even about the money. The fact is, I have family members. My sister is the badass braider that could braid my hair, but I wanted to go to a African braiding salon so multiple people could do my hair much faster. If I was gonna have one person braid my hair, I would have kept the money in my family. So my next issue was just the whole bait and switch after you taking my deposit. So she asked me again. She was like, "Oh, look at us, look at some other styles or whatever, and see if we can find something more so in your budget." I tell her, okay. So I show her a few styles, and she was all telling me, "Oh no, that's $380. Oh no, this price, this price." So I finally found a style that I liked that was within that budget. She tells me, "Okay, well here you go. This is the style. I can do this, but the hair's not included. It's going to be additional $60 to $80 for the hair." And I'm like, okay. Which is odd because I asked her if the hair was included on the phone. She told me yes. I got plenty of braiding hair in my house, and it didn't cost me no $60 to $80 for no regular braiding hair. But I was like, okay, not even that big of a deal. But as I sat there just listening to her, I immediately got pissed off. Like, first of all, lady, you done lied about your pricing. You done got me here with my hair taken out on a Saturday, did a bait and switch, and want to tell me 3 times the price that you done told me already. I was like, oh, I was like, don't even worry about it. You can keep that $50 deposit. You can shove it up your ass, and I'm gonna go. And she's like, we can save it for next time. Baby, no, you were not prepared for me today. You trying to charge me too much because you don't really want to do my hair today.
This is me leaving without my hair done. Never again.
Apropos of nothing, I guess, the African braiding shop in my town got raided because apparently there was a man who was bringing over all these young girls. So it was basically trafficking. He was bringing over all these young girls and had them working in the braiding shop, and they weren't getting paid any money. And I remember I used to go in there and get my hair braided, and the guy would come in while the girls were braided and collect all the money and then just leave. And I would see him doing that all the time. And they were basically being trafficked, and they had the shop, but they weren't paying them girls who were actually doing all the work. They weren't getting any money. And it was a big deal. They got raided and shut down. So, you know, that happened.
These are small and these are big. You can clearly see the difference. Look at those. And look at this. 2 different sides. I don't care about you being upset. You're not gonna put 2 different size braids in my head. I want to take down everything. You can do it. You want to do it? Eh? Huh? You want to take down everything? No, I want these size braids. Y'all got 2 different braiders, but she braids smaller and she braid bigger. No, y'all not gonna play in my head. Yeah. You keep down her do no worry. Oh, I need to and then I showed the picture when I first got here, how I wanted it. Yeah, them folks really don't like us. They really don't like us. And the folks I'm talking about is the Africans. I ain't gonna say all, but majority, yes, definitely. I made a post a day or two ago saying, okay, since y'all want to boycott the African braid shops, then y'all need to really boycott these other folks that don't look nothing like us, that disrespect us, come in our communities, taking our money, getting rich off our dollar, who don't care about us. The Africans is in the comments going crazy. Some of them I blocked. However, some of them I've been going toe to toe with. But they literally are losing their shit. And I'm not even talking about them. I'm talking about the Vietnamese nail shops. I said cancel the Vietnamese nail shops. They end up talking about, oh, you're white. What about the white suppressor? You need to boycott him and you need to learn more about yourself. Are y'all cool? Are y'all okay? How's the comprehension over there? What's going on? And then what's crazy is a lot of y'all haven't even been over here to even know about the injustice that goes on with the Black community and all these other races. Like, come on now. Be like, I don't, I don't even know what else to say. Like, literally in the comments, going toe to toe with these people. Like, come on. Just get the fuck off my post. For real. Get off my post. And then y'all in the comments proving everybody point who said they want to boycott the African braid shops. How that work? Like, it makes absolutely no sense. And the bottom line is, like, what I really, really want y'all to realize, I'm talking about the Africans. When y'all come over here, the whole, I'm African, I come from Africa, I'm not like y'all. Baby, your skin color is the same color as ours. We're Black. We're all Black over here, okay? You're going to get the same treatment that all the other Black Americans get, okay? It's not going to be much of a difference. So I don't know who brainwashed y'all. I don't know who's over there giving y'all, like, telling y'all what's going on. I don't know what the hell they teaching y'all over there. But we are treated unfairly over here. But our dollar is what keeps the economy going. And that was my point. Do better. Go read a book or something. Get the fuck off my post.
All right, y'all. It's been, 5 hours? So let me tell you about my experience. I had to get the fuck out of there before I flipped the fuck out. So let me tell y'all, I guess the first part of the video deleted when I got here like around 8:30ish. So I got here around like 8:30, walked in, hello, how you doing? What you want? So I said I wanted the shoulder boho necklace. She was like, show me the picture off Instagram. So I showed her a picture. So she took it to the owner, I guess, the girl who helps me in the front. She took it to the owner. She was like, oh, that's going to be $300. I'm like, damn, I can't get that because all I got is $300. And I still needed my hair wash, which is $25 extra. So I'm like, fuck, can't get that. So I scroll down. I'm like, how much is this? She like, the girl in the Instagram picture had the boho. I was like, I don't want the boho. I just want the regular one. She was like, these is $260. I'm like, all right, bet.
Okay, so I'm gonna need all my girls who told me to go to the African braiding shop.
So so therefore you have to take it to the owner, I guess, the girl who helps me in the front. She took it to the owner. She was like, oh, that's gonna be $300. I'm like, damn, I can't get that because all I got is $300. And I still needed my hair wash, which is $25 extra. So I'm like, fuck, can't get that. So I scroll down. I'm like, how much is this? She like, the girl in the Instagram picture had the boho. I was like, I don't want the boho. I just want the regular one. She was like, these is $260. I'm like, all right, bet.
Okay, y'all. I guess they're messing with us, but that's okay. We're going to pick up from where we left off. All right. Can everybody see the screen? Can everybody see the screen? Give me a 1 if you can see the screen. Thank you. All right. Hopefully it'll work this time.
So let me tell you about my experience. I had to get the fuck out of there before I flipped the fuck out. So let me tell you, I guess the first part of the video deleted when I got here like around 8:30-ish. So I got here around like 8:30, walked in, hello, how you doing? What you want? So I said I wanted the shoulder boho necklace. She was like, show me the picture off Instagram. So I showed her the picture. So she took it to the owner, I guess, the girl who helps me in the front. She took it to the owner. She was like, oh, that's going to be $300. I'm like, damn, I can't get that because all I got is $300. And I still needed my hair wash, which is $25 extra. So I'm like, fuck, I can't get that. So I scrolled down. I'm like, how much is this? She like, these. The girl on the Instagram picture had the boho. I was like, I don't want the boho. I just want the regular one. She was like, these is $260. I'm like, all right, bet.
Okay. I don't know why it's stopping here. It shouldn't. Hold on.
Okay, so I'm gonna need all my girls.
Somebody else before I flip the fuck out. So she go get somebody else. She go get the older lady. The older lady, she a little rough, you know. She get the scrub and she a little rough, but she get the job done. Cool, bet. So I'm like, all right, you know, first fuck up is cool. Red flag number 2. The fucking towel she used to dry my hair must have been a towel everybody else used. Why the fuck is it this big? It's a body towel, first of all. It's a big ass body towel that you get from fucking Marshalls. Them fluffy big ass body towels with the patterns and shit. It's one of them. So she get a big ass body towel and it got fucking braiding hair on it. And mind you, the video deleted. I had put lip gloss on before I walked in, so y'all know I was fucking hot all over again. It's fucking braiding hair, and the towel is trifling. So I'm like, okay. So now it's like 8:45. So I sit. So the old lady like, follow me. You can come up here. So I sit in the chair. It's 8:45. She like, somebody's coming. I'm like, all right, cool. Mind you, my hair's still wet. 8:45. 9 o'clock. 9:15. 9:30. Red flag number 3. I looked the closest person. I said, excuse me, what am I waiting for? Because now I'm getting irritated. What am I waiting for? So she like, so I don't think she spoke English, so she asked the other girl. I said, what am I waiting for? It's been 30, almost 40 minutes. I still haven't got my hair blow dry. I can go somewhere else. So of course, as soon as I said that, let the fire under their ass. So she called somebody. And so the girl that was next to me, she got moved to start doing my hair. And then the other girl that spoke English was doing her hair. Okay, bet. What was that? Red flag number 4? Here go number 5. The bitch that do my hair don't even know how to blow dry. Why the fuck is you blow drying my hair? She just don't know how to blow dry. I don't know. She just don't know how to blow dry hair. So I'm sitting in the chair irritated as fuck. That's number 5. So she started doing my hair. Mind you, my hair is still damp. I'm like, my hair is wet. So she like, I'm gonna blow dry. So she started blow drying. She broke it up in 3 sections. So she would blow dry this, do it, blow dry that, do it. Okay, cool. So it's going. I think I'm on red flag number 5. So it's going. Then some shit pop off with I guess the owner. She started braiding the other girl that was next to me. It was like 3 of them because she was getting boho knotless. You know that shit takes up. So she next to me and some shit pop off and they start arguing. Shit happen, motherfuckers, shit get miscommunicated. So they arguing back and forth in French in their language. All right, cool. Mind you, the lady literally is next to me, your passenger seat, your driver's seat, passenger seat. That's how close she is to me, because it's three of them on the girl head. So they arguing back and forth, and I'm in my phone on Instagram. I'm like, why this bitch so loud? So I'm like, all right, cool, bet. Don't worry about it. It ain't nothing. Then she turns around, she start yelling over me. Red flag number 6. I said, if you want to argue, that's fine. But what you're not about to do is argue over me and you pointing fingers and shit. So the two ladies that's behind me doing my hair, they calling her name stop. It's stupid. We're sorry. I said, that's fine. I said, if you want to argue, you need to go over there. Don't do that over me. What the fuck is going on in here? So what was that, number 6? So they going back and forth, arguing back and forth. So my hair is damn near done. It's going on 12 o'clock, 12:30-ish. So she on the last 2 braids. She how you paying? I'm like, cash. So I give the owner, she's still sitting next to me, braiding the other girl. So I give her $300 because the style is $260 and the wash, the bullshit ass wash, was $25. So that's $285. So I give her $300. She's so busy fucking arguing and not paying attention. She I said, you owe me $15. I gave you $300. It's $285. You owe me $15. She's still arguing back and forth, going back and forth with the lady. They arguing back and forth. She walk in there, ain't got no cash. She walk somewhere else, ain't got. So I'm watching her, because bitch, I'm not playing with you. You want to give me my motherfucking change, and you're not getting a tip. I'm not coming back to this bitch, okay? 0 out of fucking 10. I could have flipped the fuck out and beat all them bitches up. That's how hot I am right now. That's how pissed off I am. So so then she gave me 2 10s. Bitch, I'm already there. Stop playing with me. So then she going back. I said the style was $285. I gave you $300. Give me $15 back. So I give her the 10. The old lady you owe her 5. You owe her 5. She come back probably 5 minutes later. Give me the 5. Snatch that shit. Thank you. So then, finish the rest. It's called Braided for You. It's over here in Woodland in Baltimore County. I'm not coming the fuck back over here. Mind you, the girl that did my hair, she alright. But the experience, I hate when I go somewhere and the experience is trash and I go, this is my first time. I'm never giving these bitches my money ever the fuck again. It's called Braided for You. It's on Instagram. It's in Woodland, right where the 7-Eleven and I think Woodland High School's across the street. I'm not coming back to this bitch ever again. I'm so motherfucking heated and hot. I'm on 6, 7 red flags? I should have been got the fuck up out of there, but I need my hair done. And that'd be the fucked up part, because you really be needing the service. But these bitches had me real fucked up. She didn't make me real mad until she started yelling over me and started pointing and shit. Bitch, don't do none of that over here. Keep that shit over there. But like I said, Braided for You, I'm not coming here ever again. It's dead. I'm going to, y'all leave in the comments a new fucking braiding spot, specifically in Baltimore City. I'm tired of these. Y'all thought the county would be better. Bring me back to the city, bitch. I can't do this shit. I cannot do it. I can't do it. I'm so fucking light. I'm hungry. I'm irritated. I thought I was going to have a good day, but I'm not. I'm loud. My mouth dry. I said, the lady, I was inching out the seat while she was putting my hair. She put your hair back. I said, I got to get out of here. Get me out of here. She started doing the moves and the shit. Get me out of here. I could do this shit at home. Get me out of here. Like I said, Braided for You. I'm never coming here again. A fucking 0. I'm not going to give it a 0. A 3 out of 10. Do not fucking recommend. I don't half a fucking star. A piece of the star. A fifth of the star. I can't. I'm so fucking mad. Oh, I'm so mad. Braided for You, bitch. That lady there. My hair cute though, but the experience was not worth it, at all. I'm so irritated.
So it's no secret that Black Americans have rallied around the notion of boycotting these African braiding shops. Yet, some of our people continue to be hard-headed and going against the grain. At this point, you got what you deserved. Start shaming these off-code people.
Yeah, I'm pissed. I'm pissed to the point where I'm shaking, and I hate getting this mad because I cannot effectively convey my points when I am this upset. I'm currently trying to get a wig braid down because I'm about to put a wig on. It's homecoming season. I'm about to put a wig on. I call around to all these different shops in the DMV area in Southern Maryland to see, who charges what, and whoever charges the lowest is where I'm going to go.
I call Mimi's Hair Braiding. This is like Camp Springs, Temple Hills area. They tell me 2025. That's a steal. So I come here. They see me walk in with this head full of hair. Don't nobody want to do my hair for real. That's cool. I take it on the chin. I deal with that all the time when I come in African shops. They see the hair. They really want to do people with short hair, with thin hair. That's cool, whatever. If I argue about who's going to do it, I don't care. Also, FYI, I am fluent in French. I can understand nearly everything that you say to me in French. Can I speak it back? No, I can speak back to you in English, but I comprehend very well. So finally a lady comes out and she starts doing my hair. She does one whole braid and another lady comes up to me and she's like, oh, it's going to be $40. $40. I put my card out. I'm like, I'll pay the $40 because I'm already here and she already started. But I called you all and you all said no more than $35, which is why I'm here. So that's fine. You can charge your card. I won't be back though. Won't be back. You won't see me again. So it's all fine and dandy. Then she goes and she slides the card and she's like, it declined. I said, run it again. Because I know daggone well, okay, the card ain't declined for no $40. I know that. Debit card, I know that. Mind you, I'm getting my hair done. So I don't got no designer. I look real bummy. And I really feel like at that point, because I made a comment about they trying to get over for the extra amount of money, that they immediately looked at me, looked at what I got on and judged me. I'm about to go to the gym, by the way, after this. So, but whatever. She's like, it declined. I said, run it again. Then the lady behind me that's doing my hair cackling, she on the phone, but she chit-chatting about how I'm complaining about the $5. The other lady like, yeah, she must have just locked her card. They saying all of this in French, by the way. I said, first of all, I speak French fluently. I understand everything that y'all are saying. First of all, you behind me, you going to stop playing in my hair right now. I'm going to take this braid out and it is what it is. Y'all not doing my hair, giving my card back, and I'm stepping. And now I'm about to go make a TikTok about it. Because y'all be having all the balls in the world because y'all be thinking can't nobody understand y'all. You have me messed up, and now I'm going to the next salon. And now I'm going to go make a TikTok about the next salon if they're a great salon, and I'm going to put them on.
I don't even be on that like this for real. Hi, thank you. I don't even be on that like this for real, but literally, everybody do not go to the fucking African Genesis on Gratiot. They're dirty, they cuss at their customers, they make you sit there for 12 hours, don't give you anything at that bitch. Do not come here. This is the most unprofessional, bullshit, disrespectful establishment ever. Like, literally. I got here at 8 o'clock this morning. I'm leaving. It's 8:14 p.m. Why have I been here for 12 hours? Literally, the same people that I walked in with, they left 5-6 hours ago. Well, maybe 3-4 hours ago. And we're already done. I'm sitting the whole time. Talking about, oh, your style's amazing. I got the same style as them. Ain't shit different about that. So, I kindly ask, can I at least get $50 off my shirts? I've been here since 8 o'clock this morning, and it's 8 o'clock p.m. that I'm leaving right now. At the very least, like, I could have made it way worse. I just wanted $50 off. That's the very fucking least. You got me sitting here for 12 hours. It was on bullshit the whole time. Okay, my hair is cute. I don't care. The service at that bitch was horrible. Absolutely horrible. The service is over. You're not going to give me anything back. But I have to just go and tolerate your bad customer service. This shit irritated me so bad, bro. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do shit wrong. I said I was the most calm person in that bitch. So whoever. Can you give me some money? I don't give you a penny. Bro, now watch this. Wait, is it gonna catch it? Like, the end of that video, he literally grabbed my phone and threw that bitch, tried to throw it on the ground. Like, bro, getting aggressive with me because all I did was ask for some money back off my service. Like, it makes no sense to me. And then while I'm in there, somebody getting their hair done, literally one of the braiders started telling her client to shut the fuck up because she was asking her a question or some shit about her hair. Like, they're just disrespectful and rude as fuck and don't know how to act whatsoever. The things that I saw and experienced within those 12 hours there, I really wouldn't wish on nobody because it was straight bullshit and made no sense whatsoever. So, with that being said, do not go to African Genesis on Gratiot 14148 Gratiot, whatever the fuck it is, don't go there because they be on bullshit. They're gonna waste your time, gonna disrespect you, and have you sitting there looking crazy for the whole day. Almost every last one of them people in there had an argument or bickerment with one of their clients throughout the whole day. And mind you, I'm there for 12 hours straight. I've seen them have various arguments, not just with clients, but with each other too. Like, bro, just don't go. There are so many other places you can go get small braids, little braids, cute braids, but don't go there because they be on straight bullshit every fucking time. And this is why I'm never going back. Yes, it's my first time. It's my last time too, because what type of service and just shit was that? For real.
Tell me why I just spent 4.5 hours getting 6 stitch braids. These are my braids. I got some stitch braids with a little bit of boho at the top, boho at the bottom. 6 freaking braids, 4.5 hours. Literally the worst braiding experience, hair appointment, period, I have ever had in my entire life. The worst. 4.5 hours. I got here at 6 o'clock. It is 11. It is 11. I have been in hair appointments where people had kids climbing all on me. Stylist started 3 hours late, forgot about my appointment. I have even been in the middle of getting braids and my stylist started fighting somebody in the middle of doing my hair. Somebody literally walked in, squared up with her, and they got to fighting while she's in the middle of doing my hair. And this was still the worst hair experience I've ever had.
You don't see a difference between how you did this right here. What I'm saying is, I've done the same. It's not going to be the line because of that. It's not about a line. It's about the section of the hair. You see this round circular spacing and parting here. See the section and the braid size here. Okay. They're not the same. You want me to take it down? But because of me, I cannot, the way I pull here, I cannot pull all the whole hair like that. But that's what micro braids are. Yeah, micro braids like that for sure. But we're not going to pull back the back. Right. So micro braids. So when I told you, you said micro braids. That's the way we do micro braids. And so when I can take it down. So you don't do somebody else. Are you? You don't do traditional micro braids. That's what I'm doing, and I've been doing this for a long time. And I mean, the way you can go to anybody and tell somebody to do the way you put here like that.
Those are not micro braids. Sorry. And I'm pretty sure you probably paid about $200-$300 for her to sit up there and waste your time and got your edges look like they hurt. I ain't gonna lie to you. But you know, she's up here arguing with you when you going to pay service and you expect it to come out with the right result. I'm pretty sure you show her a picture. She says she's been doing this for years. She know how to do micro braids, but they wonder why we're boycotting them now. Like, where's your good customer service at first off? If the client is telling you that they don't like the way that looks, take it out. They're paying their like their money. They're paying for their services. So why are you sitting up here asking her, you want me to take it down? You go talk to somebody? Yeah, somebody else would do it better. She needs to go talk to a quote-unquote Black American and let them do her hair because, baby, these Africans is taking y'all hair out. That's why we're telling y'all right now, like, we don't braid the same. We don't take care of our hair the same. Like, when did y'all go learn? You sitting up there in that chair wasting all your money, wasting all your time, and then when you finally take that hair out, all your hair is gonna be gone. When you could have just went to your cousin, your mama, your auntie them, and let them do your hair like we've been doing before these people came over here. Y'all, August 1st, boycott them because ain't y'all tired of this bad service? Ain't y'all tired of them talking back and then trying to be ugly? You want to go to somebody else? Like, baby, we've been braiding our hair and we will continue braiding our hair. And let me go talk, we braid our hair way better than y'all. We just ain't got the patience to sit there and, you know, braid somebody's hair almost all day. That's y'all. Y'all got nothing but time. Y'all need it. We really don't. But boycott them. Y'all should be tired of people that look like us, that ain't us, disrespecting us. Period.
Let me explain my worst experience with the Africans. Now, mind y'all, I've been in Florida for a good 5 to almost 6 years, and this is my first time going to the Africans in the state of Florida since I was like 16, 17 years old, right? So I booked my appointment earlier that day, right? So it was like morning time, I want to say 10, 11, 4 or 5 p.m. appointment. I arrived, almost like 5 minutes before. And I walked in, the lady asked me what I was here for. I'm like, you don't want to confirm my appointment. What do you mean? What I'm here for? So I suppose I'm here, for 6 feet ins with a little bun. She's like, oh, I don't know how to do that. Why did you accept my appointment then? Very confused. Anyway, so she's like, go to my Instagram page and let me know what you want. So a good 10 minutes, we going back and forth over hairstyles. Like every time I go to her about a hairstyle, oh, I don't know how to do that. Oh, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. And got to the point, like, I was like, you know what? Just do whatever you can do. So the girl says, oh, well, the style is gown and braids, but I don't know how to do it. I'm going to have the other girl do it. I just looked at her and I was like, okay, whatever. So I'm waiting about an hour just for the girl to start it on my hair because she was doing somebody else's. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Like at this point, I'm agitated. I'm ready to. So during this time, like this girl is pulling on my scalp. Now, mind you, I've had braids, all types of braids, twists since I was like the age of 5. Like my family know how to throw down the braids. So I know when you are pulling too hard on my hair, my scalp is burning. It's too much tension on my head. Then you moving my body, like you yanking my body, you pulling on my body, like sis, never that serious for you to do that. If you feel like I'm not close enough, I'm too far away, just tell me and I'll move in the position that you need me to be in. Don't do all the extra shit. You feel me? Like that's just, that's a big no for me. On top of that, I read the reviews before going there, and when I tell y'all, these reviews is so bad, child, it's so bad, and there's not even no shade, no hate, because I love all my beautiful black queens. I support all the black, hairstylists, Africans, Nigerians, all that, you feel me? But baby, this shop I would never go back to again. Like, do you see how in pain I am? And like, I still got a migraine. Like, my whole right side of my head is still burning. But this time she's almost done. It's about 7, almost 8 o'clock. I'm ready to go. The back of my head hurt. She's loud in my ear. But the style came out cute, you feel me? It's just not the style I requested, but, it is what it is. It is what it is, baby, but definitely do not recommend unless they're a good 5 out of 10. And if they don't,
Part 6 of How I Got Finessed. So this is me still at the shop. It's 3:04 currently. And I want you guys to see how many people are in the chairs. This is important, okay? So something that I forgot to mention in the beginning, first of all, when Joy got there and other people started coming in, Joy's main priority was to get people in the door and in a chair. She didn't care if you were braiding somebody else's hair. She didn't care how many people were sitting in the waiting area. She actually made 2 other waiting areas. She put up chairs right by the bar that you see for people to come and sit down so that a braider can snag them and start doing their hair as soon as possible. Rather than finishing the people that were already in the chairs. Because mind you, it wasn't just me and my mom that had got there at 6 a.m. Multiple people had gotten there very early and started their hair very early, and she didn't finish with them until around the time that we left. Some of them happened to finish maybe like 1 or 2 hours earlier. And also, some of those people that are sitting down are not even fucking customers. Some of them were workers or braiders that were there to help them do the hair that I was talking about. So I asked my braider, I had spoken to her through Google Translate, and I asked her, is there no other way that you can ask one of these other people who are helping with the, pull out the strands of weave to maybe help you? And she told me no, that it was not possible. And in my head, I'm wondering why, because so many of them are helping everybody else. So I don't understand why they're not able to help me and my mom. So it finally started clicking to me in my head. I'm thinking maybe they're doing this on purpose. Do they just not want to do anybody else's hair for today? They only want to do us and that's it? Because I couldn't think of a single reason 2 ladies would want to work by themselves basically the entirety of the day. It's also important to note, at one point, there were a few people who had came in who had issues with their hair from previous days. One lady almost got into a fight with Joy because I think she either wanted a refund or she wanted to know how the situation was going to be salvaged. Because I think someone had gotten their hair done. I think it was either her child or someone she knew or her herself. I couldn't really see because I was in the back. But my mom had saw the situation and they were basically telling Joy they want their fucking money back because she scammed them. And Joy was getting upset. Joy had to leave, I think. Maybe that's why she had to leave. I don't know. That's just a theory. I don't really know. These are really important to note that all of these things are going down and I'm remembering them. So make sure you take note of that at the end of this part series. I'm going to make another part because this one's too long.
Listen, you play with me. I'm nice this morning. I don't want to damage you. I will beat the shit out of you. I want you to go ahead. Touch me. You play with the wrong man. Touch me. Don't make me go off like a lion. I will destroy you. And you play with the wrong man. You don't know me? You play with the wrong man, bro. Yo, go. I'm telling you, I don't want no problem. Get out. No. I will beat the shit out of you right now. Do it. You understand? You play with the wrong man. You understand? Do it.
And you do know you on camera being videotaped live that you gonna beat his ass.
Don't make me smash you. Do it.
Please do it, because if you do, you gonna lose your job today. You are videotaped.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, this African cop, he talking to that brother like he done lost. Yeah, he's the police, and talking to this brother like he's garbage. I mean, no, we are not imagining this stuff. These people really, truly don't like us. And the way I see it, you don't like us, get the fuck out of our land. Go back home. I mean, how the hell do you come over here and hate the people in the land? They need to get out of here and go home if that's how you feel. Stop trying to use us for our money. Earn money in your home country. Because that's what it is all about. They hate us, but they want to take advantage of what money they can make for us. Now that I've seen this, y'all, I'm going to go out of my way not to patronize these people. See, they're talking about this boycott. I'm on a permanent boycott. After watching all of this, I'm on a permanent boycott. They don't have no shop that our people don't have. Our people own hair shops. Our people own some of these small convenience stores. Our people own a lot of the things they own. We got people in our community that own these same type of business, boy. But I'm telling y'all, I am on a permanent boycott for real. This is unbelievable how these folks talk to us and then think that we should still patronize them and give them. Nah. See, they done got wind of the fact that we spend $1.9 trillion a year, and they're trying to get in on that. But no, they can't get in on none of my money. I'm sorry. Yeah. I mean, it's one thing if we, if it was a respectful type transaction between the two of us, it doesn't seem to be respectful at all. And one common thing I hear in every single one of these videos, those women are either in the salon fighting each other or they're arguing and bickering with the customer. And y'all know you don't do that with your customers. They get into full-blown arguments with the customers. You don't do that. And in every instance, they're always changing the price. As soon as the person get there or they start midway through their hair, they jack up the price. I've heard that on several of the videos too. Oh yeah, we settled on this price. Then they started doing my hair and it suddenly jumped up $20 more. Yeah, they do that mess a lot too. Or they give you one price on the phone and you get there and they jack up the price. I'm hearing that from a lot of people. They do business in bad faith. That's what it is. They don't know how to do business where the customer is satisfied. It's almost like they braid your hair. They don't care if you're satisfied or not. And if you notice, every time one of our sisters say, look, I'm not happy with this. This don't look right, or I didn't ask for this. They argue with you instead of saying, okay, let me take this section of the braids out or the back of the head out and I'll redo that section. They don't even try to do it to your satisfaction. It's almost like you sit in that chair and they do whatever the hell they want and expect you to pay no matter how it comes out. You just pay. And I did agree with that young woman. One side of her head had larger braids, and the other side of her head had thinner braids. I wouldn't pay for that shit either. She would look like a fool walking around like that. One side microwaves on one, braids on one side, the other side got thick braids. And she's supposed to pay you for that? Unbelievable. Yeah, their prices are outrageous. They probably make ten to $30,000, even more per day. Thinking about each customer that's in there, and they seem to be packed a lot. So they probably killing it every day, but they're doing shoddy work at the same time. So y'all, there are sisters out here that braid hair, and you can find those shops because there's a couple of them around me, and they're women from our lineage, and they got shops and they do hair. And I have not heard about all this fighting up in those hair salons like I do when it comes down to these Africans. They are a hostile group of people, for real, very hostile. Because they probably don't know any better. Sometimes you can talk to a person that got their hair braided and they won't tell you about bad experiences. As long as it comes out for them, they're okay, you know? But you now can find these it is, y'all, I am not exaggerating. There are so many videos on TikTok. I have never seen this amount of dissatisfied customers from any industry ever. This is by far the most videos I have ever seen of people unsatisfied with the services that they're getting from these Africans. This is by far the most I've ever seen in my life. Unbelievable. Yeah, it seems like as soon as you walk through the door, it must be some kind of demonic energy in there because everybody is saying the atmosphere in the place, just the environment is negative. And you can feel that when you walk in some places. Sometimes it just feels all wrong and you really need to get out of there. Well, they got tutorials online that can teach you how to braid your own hair. They got step-by-step tutorials right online, and a lot of it is our women, that are showing you on the video how to do like certain braids. So, yes, there are all kinds of ways you can learn and teach yourself how to do all kinds of different braids. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, and I do agree with many of our women because sometimes people try to put things on us. Oh, you sisters got your mouth, you women in your mouth. It ain't always us. It ain't always us, y'all. Don't take that position that when something goes wrong in these foreign businesses, that it's automatically us causing the problem. That is not true at all. That's not true at all. Yeah, Key Prince, you're right. It is a witchcraft energy. It is. Hmm. Hmm. And there's a lot of these shops all over the place. And it just goes to show you how this government will back anybody's business up except for ours. That's what it will, teach you that. They'll back up any business except for ours. Because of racism and the stereotypes, unfortunately, let me go back to your comment. Hold on. Unfortunately, some of our people buy into the stereotypes that are spoken about us. I know what you're saying, and I agree 100%. But a lot of our folks buy into the stereotypes about us. It's not necessarily white people, it's also our own people. So, Roxanne, you said, why do people always say we are the ones who must have done something in order to get such a response from these people? Because they're conditioned to believe that. It's not just white people. A lot of our own people will assume the worst about people that look just like them. And when they're wrong, they don't even admit they're wrong. Yeah, I had somebody do that in my comment section yesterday. Well, maybe some of these black women, this is what they said, maybe some of these black women are the ones going in there antagonizing these situations. That's not true. Not true. I mean, you might have a point if all you saw were arguments between these African women and our women, but that's not the case. They are fighting with each other. So, in the case where they're getting into physical fights and arguments with each other, is that our fault too? Because you're seeing a pretty good balance between them arguing with us and arguing with each other. So when they're fighting with each other up in these braid shops, is that our problem too? Are we causing that too? That's why I said some of y'all, you really need to use some discernment before you put something out there. That's not all coming from us. It could be in some cases, yes, but that mess ain't all coming from us. But yeah, I had somebody put that in my comment section. And like I said, sometimes it is your own people that will think the worst about you because they're conditioned to do that mess, unfortunately. hmm So, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and conclude. Let me do my thank yous here. Do my thank yous. African Goddess, thank you so much for your super sticker. Key Prince, thank you for your membership. And Tempest 78, thank you for your super chat. Keep that Hamite hoodoo off of your head. Yeah. Yeah, especially if it's all about making money and not about, because when I look at what's going on, it's all about the money and not the quality of the work. That's a problem. That's a problem. And that's what it looks like. Because, you know, when the women were complaining, I literally can look at their hair and they're right. Some of the quality of those braids are not good. And how would you like to be charged $300 and $400 and somebody is putting shitty looking braids in your head? They're not all wrong in that complaining. And just my observation, I think a lot of people would be complaining under those same circumstances. hmm Yeah. So, I mean, if you're going to go, just be careful. Be careful. I mean, you're all adults. You can do whatever you want. But if you do go, you make sure you do a lot of research. And, you can find complaints in various places online. You can even find it with the Better Business Bureau. People complain in many different ways. So before you go to any salon, make sure you do some good research on that salon. That's all I got to say. No, Titus, 113. I've seen other African women get treated bad up in those shops too. And they have made videos. I just haven't pulled those, a lot of those. The most of the ones that I pull are, people in the US because that's where I reside and that's where many of you reside. But no, there are African women that have gone in those salons and have been treated badly. And they have done videos too, y'all. It's not just the women in the US, even other African women are on TikTok. Maybe I'll pull a couple of those so you can see them. Even a couple of African women have gone in there and got treated like dirt. So no, it's not just our women. No, and some women from the Caribbean also have gone in there and got treated like dirt. So it's not just us. Mhm. Well, I know, there is one on there's bringing up, Ghana in November. There is a woman that was from Ghana, and she got jumped up in there. The video is out on, TikTok. I didn't pull it because there was mainstream music on it, but she went in there, and she was saying she went in there to get her hair braided. She didn't like the way the braids came out. She was asking for a refund, and she got jumped. They jumped her. And that was another African woman. Mhm. Yeah, I would have loved to show you that video, but like I said, it was mainstream music on it, and I could not, show it. And they said it's the same way if you were in Africa. If you were in Africa and you walked in one of those shops, they said the atmosphere is exactly the same as it is here in the US. Think that's something, Michelle Harvey. I thought that too. The lady yesterday said this African braider told her to separate her own hair. I said, "What? No, that's their job. How you going to charge somebody hundreds of dollars to do their hair and you got to the customer got to separate the hair?" No, I wouldn't have done it. That's their job. That's not the job of the customer. Mhm. Yeah, Rosalind, you know what? I thought that too. But I actually think these Africans can surpass the Asians, and the Asians already treat us bad enough. But I think these women, they go way further than that. I don't go in any of them shops, by the way. We got them all around me. There are the Korean hair shops around here. There's also, I believe there is a shop, and they are not, I think they're from Vietnam, these folks. And, of course, there's some African markets around here. There's some Arabs that own convenience stores and some of these little restaurants. I don't go in none of them places, y'all. I don't go in none of them. I do not go in any of these places owned by foreigners. I mean, I know, especially in the hood, sometimes you are very limited in how many places you can go to. And sometimes those are the only stores around you. So you tend to go in there. But I'm not in those particular circumstances. And, I can get around on my own. I have a car. So I don't have to frequent any of their locations at all. And I don't. So when you say boycott, it's nothing really for me to boycott because I was not going in there in the first place. I don't go in those Arab convenience stores only because years ago, and I was still in my 20s. I went in there with a friend. I didn't buy anything. She was buying from the store. I found that Arab man in there nasty. You know, he had an attitude problem. And I did not, I just waited for her to pay for whatever she was getting and then we left. But I wouldn't go in there. I just thought he had too much of an attitude problem up in there. Mhm. Yeah. But you know something, y'all, to be honest with you, you know the best braids I've ever seen were people that went to somebody's house and had it done in their kitchen. I kid you not. I seen some of the most beautiful braids from somebody that just went to a hairdresser or somebody at their house and they did it in their kitchen. Those were some of the most beautiful braids I've ever seen. And I guess because they're in a relaxed environment, the stylist is in their home, they're not in a shop under no kind of pressure. So it just seems like they do their best work when they're in a relaxed environment, like their home, you know? Hmm. But don't patronize a business that can't even respect you. Don't give money to people that hate you. You know, we got to get in the habit of doing that for real. And just looking at these videos, it proves one thing: too many of our people are still going in these places. Too many are. If they can't respect you, then they don't deserve your money. If they give good service, of course, you're going to pay them. You know, if they do great service, yeah, pay them. But if they don't, no, don't keep frequenting, you know, don't keep going in there with your hard earned money. And just the way some of these women were talking, they couldn't even afford some of the prices. They had to look for other styles so they could go down on the price. Then that tells me you really can't afford that. You know, then and you're going to have to look for another alternative. No, you know what they do? They go in there because they say it's a cheaper price. And the way they keep jacking up the price, is it really cheaper? Is it really cheaper? You go in there, you know, they're telling you one price, and then when you get there, they hiking up the price. Is that really cheaper? Because it sure don't look like it. Mhm. All right, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and conclude. Thank you so much for being here. And just be on the lookout for my upcoming live streams. I'm going to put a few more together and then maybe we'll come back later on this evening. All right. So y'all enjoy the rest of your afternoon and I will see you then. Shalom, family.